Okay, so here is my small shadow palette collection. I feel like this will be a lot easier to pare down just because I don't reach for the small ones as often as I do for the large ones. This NYX Loves LA palette or collection I never ever reach for, so that will be donated. The e.l.f. Mad for Matte eyeshadow palette. This is the smoky one. If this is the one with like the blues and the greens, I do want to keep this one. Yeah, this is the smoky one. I want to keep this one. It has some nice, really cool tone ones. The Kerry Washington and Neutrogena palette I never reach for other than to review, so that one's going to be donated. The Paula's Choice, while I do like the cool matte tone here for like an all over lid color, I'm not going to keep an entire palette for one shade. The Cargo HD palette I never ever reached for, so I'm going to donate this one. The Tartelette one, I think this is really nice. It's like a staple palette, so I'm going to keep this one. Wet n Wilds, I don't reach for the little ones so much. I have a million different palettes with this green brown color, so I'm going to donate both of those. I'm going to keep my Comfort Zone and my newer palettes, and I'm going to donate the Poster Child. I'm going to donate this one as well. The Physicians Formula palettes, while the formula is really, really nice, it's really smooth, really pigmented, I never find myself reaching for Physicians Formula shadows, so I'm going to donate both of these. My Marc Jacobs palettes, I love this one with the yellow and the browns and the peaches. I'm going to hold on to this one, and this one I believe had green tones in it. Yeah, my greens and golds and plums, beautiful. Essence Spice Up Your Life, nothing mind-blowing about this one. I'll donate that one. My MAC palettes, I love this one, the Kabuki Magic, which is full of like these super glitter shadows. And this one, which is mostly just neutrals, I am going to donate this one. Over here we have Natasha Denona 5-pan. I have to check to see if these colors are in my other palettes. If they are, I will be donating this one. Rimmel Magnifies, not something I reached for. I'm going to donate that one. Winky Lux palette. This one's really pretty. This color I'm obsessed with, so I'm holding on to this one for these two shades mostly, but it's a really pretty palette. All right, next up we have some Smashbox palettes, and I thought I had more than these. I guess I don't. So I have the Petal Metal, I have the Prism, and then I have these two, which don't have names. This one's really pretty. And I think this one was the Bold Colors one. Yes, so this is my Bold palette. These are my warm palettes. I'm going to keep these. They're all small and they're really good quality. The Burgundy Bar from Maybelline, I'm going to pass on. I never reach for this. The Honest Beauty Trios, while they're very pretty, they're just not colors I reach for. I have grays and blacks and champagnes and other palettes, so they're going to be passed along. My Stila Eyes Are the Window shadow palette is stunning, and I just picked it up, so I'm going to hold on to this one if I want like glittery blue purple looks. It's beautiful. And this Essence All About Candies palette, I love this one for inner corner highlights. I really should get this one out and use it more because they're beautiful. I'm going to hold on to this one. The Kitty Kat palettes are really fun, but they're a little bit more dry, and you kind of have to work with these crumbly shades, so I'm going to pass these along. My ColourPop palettes I'm obsessed with. I am definitely keeping those. Meryl Norman Sweet Treats eyeshadow palette. While it's very pretty, I rarely reach for shadow palettes this small with only a few shades. I will pass that one along. The Maybelline Soda Pop and Lemonade Craze palette. While the shades are really fun and interesting, I don't reach for these much, but I will hold on to them and try them out for a little bit longer to see if my opinion changes. My Viseart palette, this is the Neutral Mattes one. I love this one. I've used it so much, I've actually broken the hinge. I am definitely keeping this one. It has my grays, my blacks, my warm tones. Definite keep for me. The L'Oreal Paradise Enchanted collection. Nah. There's nothing about that one that wows me. We have the Produce for Your Face, not throwing away my Shot eyeshadow palette based on Hamilton. These shades are really, really beautiful. If I want like a really nice duochrome peach one, this is what I reach for. This yellow is also stunning. I'm keeping this one. Even though it's not a full look in a palette, I love this. This is the Mad for Mattes 2 palette from e.l.f. This is also a really nice kind of staple palette with really pretty colors that you can make a lot of looks with. I'll hold on to that one. This e.l.f. palette I think was from last year's holiday collection, and the pan sizes are just so small that I rarely reach for them. I mean, the shadows are nice, but I don't reach for them, so I think my niece would love to play with this. The Laura Lee Los Angeles Party Animal palette. These stained my lid so badly, I will never reach for this again, so goodbye. The Tarte I Love You palette from 2017. It's very similar to this palette, but a bit more lightweight, so I think that I will keep both of them. Like in here you get more shimmer shades, you get more neutral shades. I think I will keep both of these. Okay, and this is what we have left here. So let's start with the Model's Own Celestial palette. While I have nothing against these shadows, they're a nice quality. I just didn't find that I could do anything with this all shimmer palette, so I'm going to pass this one along. The Mally Muted Muse Rose Gold palette I think is beautiful. I really love this shade. I love these metallics. It gives you a dark brown and a crease shade. I'm going to hold on to this one. It's really pretty. What is this one? The Unique Moodstruck Addiction Shadow palette. Looks like this. I don't have another palette with anything like this cool tone shade or these kind of like really interesting metallics, so I'm going to hold on to this one. The Cargo palette I'm going to pass on. It's falling apart. I've had it for forever. It doesn't really do much, so that one's going. I have these two from Lorac. This one's the metal one, and this is the Pro Matte Basics. I do use this one a lot when I'm traveling. I get more warm tone, regular browns, a black, a white, and this one is just an oldie but goodie. I love these metallic shades, so I'm holding on to both of these. As I mentioned, I really enjoy the Lorac formula. This was last year's holiday palette from It Cosmetics. It's super pretty, and I'm probably going to keep this one for packaging if nothing else, but there are some nice shadow colors, a blush, some highlight shades. I will be keeping this one. So pretty. The Balm Appetit eyeshadow palette looks like this. Eat your heart out. I just don't particularly love the quality of these shadows. I'm just not a fan of the Balm eyeshadows, so I'm going to be giving this one away. Alright, moving on to Maybelline shadow palettes. We have the Gigi Hadid collection, which the sizes are so small you can barely do anything with them, so I'm going to pass on both of these. Alright, these are really nice. I really love the Maybelline City Mini palette. This one doesn't really call to me with the pinks and the purples. I'm going to pass this one and keep this one. And now we have some of the newer ones and some of the older ones. I believe I've already pared down some of these. Like the Shayla palette has a really nice black in it and a beautiful gold. I like the Shayla one. I like the Rooftop bronzes. This metallic is very pretty. I've been really loving these all matte ones that came out recently, so I want to keep those. This green tone I don't have anything like anywhere else, but I feel like I could probably part with the Downtown Sunrise, so I'll be parting with this one. And that just leaves the Making Faces beauty book from Kevin Aquan, which I am saving. It is beautiful. You kind of get the best of everything from his collection in here. Shadow, bronzer, highlight, etc. So I'm going to hold on to this one. So I hope you guys enjoyed my smaller shadow palette decluttering video. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. And as always, I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.